Hey, what's up, you guys? WWE fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review Avengers Age of Ultron. So, Avengers Age of Ultron stars Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Scarlett Johansson, Jeremy Renner, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Elizabeth Olsen, Paul Bettany, James Spader, and Samuel L. Jackson. What this film is about, it's about, Tony Stark creates this artificial intelligent robot named Ultron. And, when it starts to, think and stuff, he wants to destroy the Avengers. So, yeah. What do I think of Avengers Age of Ultron? I love this movie. This movie was awesome, and I know I'm going to get those comments, oh, you're a Marvel fanboy, you said this movie was amazing. It was, guys. This movie was awesome. I loved Avengers Age of Ultron. This was a great movie. I loved this movie, so yeah. So let's get into my positives, and my positives are, the acting is really, really great in this movie. I love the acting with this movie. Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man still does a great job. He really is. I really enjoyed, Robert Downey Jr. in this movie as Iron Man. He was great. Chris Evans as Captain America, of course, he was awesome. He really was. I did really enjoy Chris Evans. Chris Evans was great. Chris Hemsworth was really great as well as Thor, as always. So yeah. Mark Ruffalo, still great as the Hulk. I still really like, Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk. Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, still great. Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. He was fantastic. We'll get more into that after, but he was really great in this movie. I think he was the standout. So yeah. The new additions, Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen, I really liked. I thought their characters were cool, and they were really good in this movie as well. So yeah. Paul Bettany was really good as a Vision as well. So yeah. James Spader was great as Ultron, I thought. So yeah. And Samuel L. Jackson was good as Nick Fury. So yeah, the acting overall is really, really great with this movie, like most Marvel movies. So yeah. The action is great. I love the action with this movie. The action is great with this movie, especially towards, the beginning, the Hulkbuster scene in the final, 30 minutes of the movie. Those were by far the best action scenes. They were great, so yeah. The action was great. I love how each and every character, gets their own amount of screen time. We'll focus on Iron Man at one point, then we'll focus on Captain America, then Thor. I like that, and I know it's been an issue with some people, but I did like that, Each character got their moment to shine. And, I think this is the best we've seen Thor, in my opinion, of all the Marvel movies, because he has, a main purpose in this movie, which I'm not going to spoil, but he has a huge purpose to do with a certain thing, so yeah. And I really enjoyed that. I thought that was great to see that. And Hawkeye, man. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Hawkeye was my favorite character of this entire movie. Wow. Just his character was the most developed, the most, thought out of the entire movie. You find out a certain thing about his character, and you're like, oh, I didn't know he had, I didn't know he had that, and that's great. I love that, and also, he's kind of the one that has to, I guess you could say, put this all together, because the team is falling apart because of Ultron. So yeah, I love that he's kind of the one that has to put this all back together. So yeah. The writing is great with the movie. I thought the writing was great. Like I said, the villain, Ultron, he was amazing as well. I thought Ultron was a fantastic villain. I really did. Probably maybe my one of my. I can't really, maybe second or third. I can't really decide, but he is definitely one of my favorites of the Marvel Cinematic Universe as of right now. He is great. So yeah. The pacing was actually really good. I did think the pacing was really good. It wasn't great, but it was really good. I did think the pacing was really good with this movie. You know, a lot of people said it did rush in the beginning. I didn't think so. I thought it was taking its time very nicely in the beginning. I don't know. So yeah, the directing, Joss Whedon does a great job directing Avengers: Age of Ultron. I love the directing with this movie. You know, Joss Whedon does a great job directing this movie. So yeah, man, Avengers: Age of Ultron. This was a fantastic movie. I loved Avengers: Age of Ultron. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite movie of the year yet because I haven't seen Mad Max Fury Road, but it's definitely a great movie. I loved Avengers: Age of Ultron. This is a great movie. So yeah, and it's time for my official grade on Avengers: Age of Ultron, and my official grade on Avengers: Age of Ultron is an A+. This movie, this is the summer movie you see. This is the movie you see in the summer, and this is just a great movie. Definitely one of Marvel's best. I didn't think it was better than the Avengers. You know what? I didn't even think it was better than Guardians of the Galaxy or Captain America: The Winter Soldier. But guess what? To me, it didn't have to be. It didn't have to be. This was still a great movie in my opinion. I loved every second of it. So yeah, Avengers: Age of Ultron is getting an A+. So what did you guys think of Avengers: Age of Ultron? Leave it in the comment section below. I'm WWE Fan 0599, and we will see you all later. And watch your language. Peace.